Okay, let's dive in. Welcome, everyone, to a deep dive.
Good to be here.
Today we're looking at something, well, really quite unique.
Yeah, it's from the record file, right? A piece called The Last Performance.
Exactly. And it's definitely not your typical report or, an academic paper.
No, no, far from it. It's much more poetic, I'd say, metaphorical.
A reflection on humanity's place in the grand scheme of things, the cosmos. So our mission today is really to unpack its core metaphor, life as a performance.
And figure out what that perspective actually offers you, the listener.
So the source kicks off by setting this literal stage.
Right. The universe isn't just empty space. It's presented as this grand theater.
A huge theater.
Yeah.
And humanity, in our specific era, we had our moment, center stage.
Under the cosmic spotlight, basically.
And it describes what we were given for that moment really beautifully, I think.
Yeah. Things like a voice to speak,
A soul.
a soul to feel,
Yeah.
time, and crucially, freedom.
The freedom to improvise on that stage.
Mhm.
Exactly. To love, to betray, find redemption. All of it.
And the source stresses this wasn't just happening. It was all being recorded, heard.
That idea of being recorded, observed, that feels pretty significant.
It is. But then there's this shift in the source, a feeling that the performance is ending.
Yeah, you can almost feel it in the writing. The lights are dimming.
The script's not getting updated for, new acts.
And the sets themselves, the structures around us, they're starting to give way.
It's a clear signal that our particular show, our run, is coming to a close.
And the source talks about the audience reaction. The cosmic platea, it calls it.
The cosmic audience, yeah. What do they do?
Well, according to this, there's no big applause. No standing ovation. Just this distant murmur. A quiet sound.
What does it say?
Just, thanks for trying. That's it.
Wow, thanks for trying. That hits hard, doesn't it?
It really does. It's quite something.
And that leads into how the source interprets this ending. It's very specific.
Right, it's not framed as like a punishment.
Yeah.
Or even really a failure.
No. The word used is disassembly, el desmontaje, in the original Spanish.
Disassembly. Like taking down the stage after the play's over.
Exactly. Packing up the props, striking the set. The show's finished its run.
So if it's not about judgment, what does the source say about our significance then? Our place in the story?
Well, it draws this really interesting comparison to the dinosaurs.
Okay. How so?
Their importance isn't about how long they were around, right? It's about what they represent, what they left in the fossil record, in the story of life.
Ah, I see. So for humanity.
Similarly, the source suggests our significance isn't measured by our time on stage, by what we left in the structure of the story. La estructura del relato.
So what our improvisation or performance added to the overall narrative.
Precisely. It's a different way to think about legacy, isn't it?
Definitely. And the source seems quite final about it.
Oh, very. There's no hint of, a season 2 for humanity. No reboot.
It's presented as a concluded story, not necessarily a failed one, but finished, done.
Just completed its run.
But here's where it gets really fascinating, especially for you listening. The source suggests the key thing, maybe the only thing left, is for someone to have understood the plot before the final curtain.
And it points right at the reader, or the listener in this case, at you.
It positions you not as an actor anymore, not even just as a passive spectator in the seats.
But as a witness, someone who saw the whole thing.
A witness to this cosmic story, now that it's concluded.
Oh.
That's a really powerful idea.
It is. It's a completely different role. A witness understands, holds the knowledge of the finished narrative.
And the silence that comes after the performance ends.
The source frames that silence not as, oblivion or being forgotten,
What?
but as the script being respectfully archived, put away carefully.
So the performance is over, but the record, the story itself, is preserved.
Yes, it endures in the archive.
So let's bring it back to you, the listener. What does this perspective offer if you're positioned as a witness to a completed, archived story?
Yeah, what does that shift in perspective mean? You're not trying to act anymore. You're not just watching passively.
You're someone who understands the conclusion.
So maybe, and this is just a thought to leave you with, maybe meaning isn't just found in the performance, in the acting itself.
If the story's finished and archived.
Perhaps understanding that conclusion, witnessing it, allows you to find meaning in contemplating the archive itself, in understanding the story that was told.
Something to think about, definitely. What it means to appreciate the story now that the stage is quiet.